Oh, there we are. We're live. We're live again.
Are we?
Oh, yeah. Yes, we are.
Well, that's good to know. I'm sure it'll pop up here eventually. Oh, there we are. Yeah. There's me playing with the computer trying to see if we're live. Just double checking the technology here. So, that's how it goes. So,
guess when it's all done, I'll see how long it was.
I suppose you will. Yes.
Because it's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed a bit short because I sniffled.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh.
You didn't even notice?
Not until the bell rang.
Oh, wow, you were gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I do that.
Yeah. Neat. Do you want to talk about your experience?
Started off with a room full of archangels.
Nice.
Yeah, they were all in their respective quarters and other glowing beings sort of filling the room.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I was looking at my other self, who was all, the chakras were all lit up. And she got up and went down a pathway to a pool and sort of took up the position of the star, the person in the star card. And I remember looking at the two jugs and pouring a little bit and then pouring the other little bit and then sort of pouring them both together and watching them mix and change color in the waters in this pool, which was very dark.
Mm.
The pool was very dark and the sky was very dark, but it was light. It wasn't like moonlight. It was more, I don't know how to describe it. It was dark, but it was light.
Yeah.
And there was very, very bright stars in the sky. And there were still these beings that were there that were sort of glowy a bit. And I was just getting messages of inspiration and of thought and of, like how you mix the two and how you get initiative to go forward. Because it's fine to have ideas, but without the moving forward, I guess that's the firmament part of it.
Right.
Without actually grabbing, hooking yourself to that star, then you're not going to go anywhere. And
right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. And it just sort of carried on like that. It was just a bunch of messages about how to go about moving forward and if you're on the right path and how to know if there's resistance on that hook, if it's maybe that's not the right path. Like if you feel yourself drifting away in the pool, maybe that's not the right path. Drifting on ideas instead of making them tangible.
Right.
Yeah. So the pool, I kind of felt like it was like I was in it was a pool, like it was like in the ground, but at the same time I got this feeling of mixing of ideas and mixing of essence and ideas and manifestation, like I was in a big cauldron, like the way the things were sort of swirling around in the cauldron, the ideas and the thought forms manifesting, and some ideas about stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. Just meditating on what it means to mix those things together, which I guess I was meditating in my meditation. which is probably why I was so deep.
Meditating in your meditation. Yes.
Meditating on what was going on and in my meditation. Yeah.
Interesting. I like the idea of the cauldron as I think more kind of a yesod symbol of the container, the foundation. What's it called? That's the cauldron.
Yeah.
And of course, the cauldron is all in Crowley's temperance or art card as well. It's the
Right.
sort of yesod is the cauldron too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's an important matter there. That there was the foundation here. Where's the land? 1 foot on the land is. We can't go around just being. You can't chasing one inspiration to the next inspiration isn't going to accomplish anything.
No, you're just floating
doing
around
things.
in.
It's not being creative. It's not being. It's not that. That can't be focused on that astral kind of sea, a collective consciousness. That's what she's pouring things into. It's not necessarily where it is in some of the cards, but I guess it's important where you focus.
Yeah.
And if you go to the well, sort of the cauldron or the star, the inspiration is up here. The star, is that's a matter of to put. I don't want to say accomplishing, because it's not about it's not about desire-driven accomplishing things. It's not about, to me, it's not about getting what you want here. It's about finding that inspiration that creates enthusiasm for action. Yes.
Initiative.
That initiative comes from the enthusiasm, the excitement of the discovery.
Discovery of the inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like in science. You try and this and that, and then all of a sudden that one thing gels and you go from there.
Yeah, I'm trying to, mine was dark too. And I was in different places. I was at this place I go in the meadow, and it was dark, and I was at this mountain pond or lake where it was dark and the water was so dark. But it was night as well, and then I began to see reflections in the water of the stars. And then I got this purpley northern lights.
Ooh.
Just like shimmery drapes of light.
Cool.
Shimmery lights. And it was like a real kind of almost fuchsia, but really kind of bright purpley.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful. And there were other beings around, but I was still at this like lakeside, and I was trying kind of meditating there. And then, so there was some patterns, geometric patterns, and like kind of 7 points or like 6 with one in the center, and these different things that maybe have their own meaning. And showing up in this pond and the reflection in the waters. And then it was really kind of interesting. It's as though these northern lights, which were like very kind of faint, but very like not much to them, but still very distinct, like there. Like kind of like when you do see northern lights, like this drapery kind of pattern, and the shimmering, but they coalesced. They like formed into this like an orb or a geometric shape, but it wasn't that well defined, so it looked more like an orb with these different kind of sketched kind of, you could tell there were angles inside and stuff, but I didn't really know what was going on there. Metatron, yes, this, or the Merkaba, I don't know, but it was this thing that formed, and I got a sense that it meant that somehow energies were coming together for like some kind of a shift or change, and this idea that this, I'm not sure exactly the significance of that or what it meant, but it seemed to say to me that these energies were congealing into like some sort of an event.
Ooh, an event.
An event.
Wow.
Something happening. But that's when I started to get snuffly and sneezed.
The one of the books I was reading mentioned the red and the blue jars, and of course red and blue makes purple, and how red and blue is often depicted in the cards. There's a lot of red and blue, and that mixture of the purple.
Mars and Jupiter.
Yeah, is significant in some way.
Blending.
The blending.
Energies, masculine and feminine. Giving, the taking.
So it's that. Look at it from that point of view, the masculine and feminine energies blending to make this purpley shape, this, and so maybe that's the, you know, and it, masculine and feminine energies on a higher level.
Yes.
Not like you and me, masculine, feminine, but on that higher, more worldly, universal masculine, feminine energies that blend, that balance, that creates or
that sometime how a coming together, a balancing and coming together, rather than spreading out and becoming more diverse and more diluted or more separate. You know, kind of energies kind of, you know, spreading or coming together,
being more harmonious.
Coming together being growth.
Harmonious.
Dispersing being creating
disharmony.
Good word.
I come up with them sometimes. There's words in there.
The best words.
Oh, don't even go there.
Sorry. Hopefully we'll all forget about that stuff in a year or two. So thank you.
Thank you. It's been fun. Thanks for joining us for the star card.
I'm glad we finally got around to this.
Yeah. We might go on chat. We'll see if anybody's there. One of these times I'm going to experiment with rooms. See if we can invite y'all to a room afterwards. A virtual room on Facebook.
Do you know how to do that?
I have no idea. That's why I said one of these times.
All right.
Well,
we're not going to experiment with that today, but we are going to go to
rooms.
You're going to hit it and see what happens. Thank you. We're going to pause this.
Everyone in Serendipity Celestial College Ceremonial Study Group can see and join these rooms.
We're going to see if somebody wants to join our room.